The girl bent over when a scream suddenly came from above her head. In the blink of an eye, all her classmates were reduced to just their lower halves. For a moment, the girl lost her ability to react. Blood splattered across her porcelain-like face. The school bus stopped in the middle of nowhere. Before she could even feel fear, the girl suddenly sensed danger. She quickly crouched down as the power lines were severed in half. Stepping off the bus, she knew something invisible was behind her. She ran until she encountered 4 living people. She tackled one person, and the other 3 instantly turned into 6 pieces. That moment, some cyclists was passing by. Ignoring her warnings, the woman approached them for help, but they ended up being destroyed as well, leaving her alone once again. She ran into a jungle filled with bodies cut in half. Feeling hopeless, she took off her dirty clothes, changed into clean ones, and washed herself. Something felt off about the order of events. Soon after, she noticed more people around her. Her friend slid next to her and casually greeted her, but the girl couldn't be happy. She thought her friend had died earlier, and why was the school now in the middle of nowhere? Suddenly, a gust of wind hit her, and she instinctively crouched down, but nothing happened this time. Then she noticed something odd about the school. It was too dismissive. Back in the classroom, she couldn't hold it in any longer and told her friend Kiwa everything, using her stained clothes and missing hair as evidence. But Kiwa refused to believe her and insisted on opening the window. As the wind blew against her, she pushed Kiwa out, but still, nothing happened. She found some peace, and it starts to feel like maybe this is all just her dream. Afterward, Guangxi's best friend brings 2 more friends and closes the classroom. They make a plan to act as soon as these 4 are about to leave for class. Just then, their teacher arrives and sees them, but all 4 run away. They reach a lake. Guangxi's best friend tells her 2 friends about her dream. She explains, and one of the girls says it might be true, like a mirror world where the opposite happens. She throws a stone into the pond and says, "Look, I threw a stone here, but maybe in another world I didn't do that." Suddenly, a crocodile emerges from the pond and eats one of the girls. The remaining girl starts saying, "Look what I said. Whatever happens in this world doesn't happen in the other world. And whatever happens, there happens there. If this can happen here, then the opposite can happen too." The crocodile ate her, but around the lake, it feels strangely safe. A bed is visible nearby. She picks up a pillow from the bed and starts playing with it. From a distance, we see 2 girls wearing bridal dresses. Both girls got married to each other after one of their friends said they needed to do something impossible in this world. Fate is already written, but it can still be changed. Afterward, all the girls return to school and go to class for the next lecture. During class, a pillow appeared at her feet. As she bent down to pick it up, she realized this was the most twisted school. If you dared to lose focus, the teacher would pull out a 40-meter-long gun and spray bullets everywhere. If you skipped class, you'd end up thrown into the river to feed the crocodiles. At night, deceased seniors would visit your dreams to remind you to study hard. Looking at the classroom filled with blood, the girl froze. The teacher stormed over and shouted, "Why aren't you paying attention?" before wildly spraying bullets around. Thankfully, her classmates showed up and saved her. 3 of them hid under a desk while the teacher approached, guns blazing. One brave girl tried to tackle the teacher but was quickly shot down. The remaining 2 took the chance to escape. At the door, a girl told her to run for it, but before she could finish speaking, the teacher killed her. The girl ran downstairs where a gym class was taking place. If you weren't fast enough, you'd be blown up by grenades. Leading the pack, she almost made it out of the school gates, but could they really escape? The girl tripped, and everyone else was cut in half. Once again, the entire school was wiped out. She got up and ran, only to notice more people appearing around her. Strangely, she hadn't seen a single man. She ran to a police booth to ask for help, but everything seemed eerily calm. The policewoman asked if she was dreaming and called her by a strange name. Glancing in the mirror, she realized she'd become someone else. A woman with short, lively hair who looked like her girlfriend. Panicking, the policewoman told her today was her wedding day and shoved her into a police car heading to the ceremony. Looking at her reflection in the rearview mirror, she wondered if her memory was playing tricks on her. The whole town gathered for the wedding, but she didn't recognize anyone. Everyone at the venue was ecstatic. She wanted to know who her groom was, but he was hiding in a coffin. Finally, she would meet a man, or so she thought. Gripping a glass bottle, she slowly approached the coffin. Earlier, after looking in the mirror, she had suddenly transformed into someone else, and then she was dragged to the hall to put on a wedding dress. Just as she felt helpless, she saw her deceased friend Kiwa. Kiwa whispered that she knew everything the girl had been through. After everyone left, the girl cried, saying she had finally met someone normal. Kuwawa warned her those people were dangerous. Just then, a group of relatives walked in. Kuwa's expression turned cold, and she randomly grabbed one of them, mentioning something about a year-long period. Then came another aunt, then another. They handed her a shard of broken glass, telling her to protect herself. Her gaze hardened as she clutched the glass and stepped into the wedding hall, where everyone was smiling eerily. Suddenly, everyone's expressions turned grotesque. Finally reaching the coffin, she hoped the groom inside would save her, but instead, she found a pig. With her hopes repeatedly dashed, she killed everyone she encountered, causing chaos. Trying to block them, someone urged her to stay calm, but as she attempted to flee, two teachers appeared at the door wearing different clothes. The boss battle began. She expected them to be strong, but they were weak. Kuwawa and the girl easily chased them onto a bridge. Insisting on staying behind, Kiwa forced the girl to continue escaping alone. A girl in sportswear called out to her. Glancing at the mirror beside her, she transformed yet again, this time into someone with a ponytail and a fiery figure resembling her girlfriend. Without time to think, she found herself on a racetrack, surrounded by enthusiastic fans. Memories of her childhood resurfaced as she began losing herself. Suddenly, Kiwa appeared, warning her to watch her back. Turning around, she saw the two women and the pig chasing her with acrobatic flips. Kiwa told her to escape through a side path while she distracted them. Making her final sprint, the race's finish line turned out to be a cave. A girl in a school uniform emerged from the shadows, beckoning her. Deep inside the cave, she was confronted by masses of needles. Terrified, the girl pulled out a butterfly knife and sinisterly invited her to join her. Just then, Kiwa arrived, defeated the schoolgirl, and led her past the needle traps. Barely escaping with their lives, Kiwa warned her not to be deceived by illusions. Laughing 3 times, she declared, "I am Guangzi." Finally returning to her original form, her pitiful expression resembled her girlfriend's. Kiwa extended her hands, urging her to pull out the 2 objects embedded in her body to end everything. But Guangzi hesitated until Kiwa slapped her. Furious, she yanked them out, causing Kiwa to split open. Guangzi screamed as she used all her strength. As Kiwa cracked open, a blinding door appeared. Following along Kiwa's veins, Guangzi entered an even stranger space. Inside the cave, she found walls lined with dolls resembling herself. Some plump, others cute and juicy. These lifelike dolls sent chills down her spine. After walking for what felt like forever, she reached the cave's end and found an old man, the only male character in the story. The old man was playing a parkour game on a shoddy TV, and the gameplay mirrored everything she had experienced. The 3 avatars in the corner, did they represent her 3 lives? Turning around, the old man grinned at her confusion and pointed to a display case where she and her friends stood frozen. She screamed Kiwa's name, but no one reacted. It turned out all these girls, including herself, were creations of the old man, mere playthings. Realizing this truth, Guangzi backed away, but just then, a wild-looking man approached, patting a pillow and gesturing for her to get on it. The old man explained that this handsome man was his younger self. Accepting this reality was her destiny. Was Guangzi ready? Without hesitation, she walked toward the bed and lay down. The young man leaned over with a smile, but suddenly, Guangzi fought back, pinning him down. Sick of being manipulated, she grabbed the old man's cane and plunged it into her own chest. Her 3 avatars fell simultaneously. The old man doesn't even think about it. She could have done something like this. And with that, her destiny was completely sealed. Things change in this world. She was dead in the game, but in the real world she was still alive. We are also shown glimpses of the rest of Guangzi's life. The characters too are not in control of themselves for some reason. They killed themselves. Guangzi was no longer part of the next scene, and is shown lying in a snowy place. Somehow, she has now entered the real world. At the same time, everything feels mind-boggling. The story ends abruptly here and there. If you enjoyed this explanation and want to watch similar movies, don't forget to leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.